Hello everyone, welcome back to these videos that emphasize on jQuery. This is gonna be our last video and it's going to focus on Ajax. So Ajax stands for asynchronous JavaScript and XML. It's not a programming language nor a standalone technology. It is just a technique which is used to create fast and dynamic web applications. So Ajax enables parts of a web page to be updated without having to reload the entire page. Let's say there is a change on this page which is displayed on the screen. While using HTML or JavaScript or CSS, if we make any change, we just have to refresh here and the change will take effect. So with the Ajax, we don't have to refresh the page. The page will do it itself in the background. So with this video, we will be repeating or mentioning some terms. One is Node.js, NPM, live server, JSON, and so on. We will be explaining very briefly each term while doing different tasks in the video. So to use Ajax, you need to install Node.js and NPM. So Node.js enables you to run Ajax, and the NPM enables you to get the feedback from the live server. So let's open the link for Node.js. And for NPM as well. So we click on download Node.js from nodejs.org to download it. So live server we don't have to download, but we will configure it using command prompts later after successfully installing Node.js. So Node.js has started downloading. We will wait for it to download completely before we install. So live server is like this. You can install it using this command in Windows, of course. If you are using other operating systems, you can do so. Just check the command to be used. So Ajax lets a web page talk to a server without reloading the whole page. So meaning you can keep using the page while the new data is loaded in the background. So JavaScript handles this communication to enable a page reload in the background. Also, while introducing the video, we have seen that Ajax stands for asynchronous JavaScript and XML. So XML is just a format for data exchange. A format for data exchange. But in this video, we will be using JSON because it is the easier to use with JavaScript. So to avoid issues of security restrictions while running Ajax in our browsers, I am using Chrome, for example. We needed to install Node.js and NPM. So NPM stands for Node Package Manager, which provides the tools needed to run Ajax in a local environment. So Node.js is just a JavaScript runtime that allows you to execute JavaScript code outside the browser. In other terms, on the server side. Then NPM includes useful packages like live server, which is an HTTP server with live reload functionality. It is the one that enables the page to be reloaded. So Node.js completed downloads. We can install it. We can just install Node.js. Install. next. So we don't need it to enable this. Next, install. Yes. So it is still installing. We wait for it to complete installation. So we have seen that jQuery is used to simplify some tasks which would require a lot of line of codes using JavaScript. So jQuery enables you to do more things. This time we are seeing how to use jQuery with Ajax to imitate the client and server operations, whereby JavaScript will be acting as a handler for this communication. So let's open the command prompt. CMD, okay. Let's check whether Node.js is already installed. We type the command node-v. It is already installed. As you see, the version we have installed is version 22.15.0. Let's check npm if it is also installed. So npm is also installed, and the version installed is version 10.9.2. So the next step we are going to take is to install the live server. To install the live server, we use this command npm install live-server -g, G standing for global. We wait for the command to install the live server. The live server actually enables the page to reload or to refresh itself without having the intervention of the user. Still checking. Maybe it is due to my internet connection. Let's wait. Okay. Okay. Now, the next step is going to be, you remember in the previous videos, we have been working inside a folder located on the desktop. This folder called exercises is actually the one we were using in the previous videos. So let's use those command prompt to go there to desktop. So we write this to go to the root cd yeah, it is the same, PC. We go back there, we just change the directory to the desktop, then we change into exercises. So we are already located inside the exercises folder. We are now going to open this folder using the install drive server. So we write drive server space dash dash port equal 80. So this 80 is a default port for HTTP server. So if the port number is not available, live server will generate another port automatically and it will display it in the browser. So let's press enter. So as you see, there was a simple message saying that this port number is already in use. Try another port. So they have suggested us to use this port number 54148. So it opens in the browser like this. So this is it. Now we are going to write our first page in Ajax. So we create we can copy these codes. We create a new file which we save in exercises. We call it example ajax.html. Then we save it. We paste the codes. We can remove these codes. Yeah, we can remove these previously used codes that we don't need in this video. So we can remove all of this and remain with only these initial HTML elements and these jQuery codes. So the title, we change it as example using Ajax. This, as we have seen in the previous video, enables our page to run jQuery. So the jQuery used here is an offline version. We have seen how we can even include a link from a CDN. So coming down here, let's put a div and we give it an ID of test. So inside jQuery, we can just write jQuery. So $sign means jQuery. Then we give this ID. You remember an ID is preceded by this symbol .road. Here we will put the name of the file that will be loaded. We can check the name among the ones listed here. We have a lot of files. We can put fast.html. Fast.html. So we put the name of fast.html. So this page will load inside this div ID here. So the content from this page will load on this page just inside this div ID that we have provided here. So let's check. We refresh this server. So we see that example ajax.html is already there in the server. We just open it. let's minimize the screen like this. So what is inside example, first.html? We are going to check this example that we have got. So as you see, first is empty. That's why Ajax was not showing anything. Let's open this one called the events. So we replace in the source code, we replace this empty file with events.html. So immediately Ajax has displayed the contents from events.html page without having to refresh here. This is the page that we have created in our previous videos, but let's try to make a change on this page. It is called events.html. Events, we open it in our code editor. It is this one. We can go upwards. We can go upwards, down these buttons at this level. Here, we put another paragraph. Inside, we put welcome to Ajax. So immediately you can see the content that we have added is coming in. What if we make welcome as heading 3? When we save, immediately welcome to Ajax will become heading 3. So that is it, as long as a simple example is concerned. Whatever change we do in the background, in the source code of the page, the changes will be displayed on the screen without having to refresh the page. Let's write another example of Ajax. In this second example, we are going to rewrite this previous example, but using a new file. So we copy these codes, we paste them in the new file. Then we save the new file as example2 ajax.html. So we save. The change that we are going to make resides here. Here we write $. $, stands for jQuery. We put this ID test. We put this ID test. In this example, we don't need ID. We just write $.get the page was called events.html. We open the function. Inside the function, we give these curly braces. Then this is when we are going to need this ID at this level. .html. So in the previous example we have used .road, right? This time we are going to use .html. Here we put data. So the data from that document events.html are going to be referred to as data. Then data will be displayed using HTML method. So we save and we open this page, which is example 2. So we refresh the server, it is here, example 2 Ajax.html, this one. So it is having the same source code. So meaning that the previous example and the current example can be rewritten differently, but still give the same results. Now let us see how we can use Ajax with JSON. So as you remember, JSON, we said it is a data interchange format, which enables you to take a bunch of data from a given source and display it on your page. So when making an Ajax request, JavaScript will send data to the server and it will receive a response, often using JSON format. So what we are going to do is to create a new file, which we are going to save as users.json. So here the extension is .json, not HTML. So we save the file, then we provide these two curly braces. The first bunch of data is going to be made of first name, which has value of Lana. This is the name. Then last name is gonna be having the value like that, comma. Let's limit ourselves to 3 values. Let's say email for this user is maybe at gmail.com. So for the last row, we don't provide a comma. Just we leave the comma for the upper rows. But for the last one, we don't provide the comma. So as we might have more than one user, for the new user, we put the cursor first before moving on. So we can copy the previously used maybe 3 times. First name here, we can put this name. Can write like this as an email. Here we can put the last name for the third user. Let's say the email for the last user is like this. So these comma separating different users, we don't need it for the last user, we just remove it. Then we save our users.json file. The next step now is going to write an Ajax file, code for an Ajax file that will link to this JSON. Sorry, like this. So we save it as ajax.html. So we can copy the previously used codes for the sake of time. We just replace the title as using, let's say, Ajax with JSON. So here we don't need a div. We can put OL for ordered list. ID, let's give it users. This is OL. Next is gonna be $.get JSON. We put the name of the JSON file. Function data. Here we are going to use a loop to fetch the data from JSON file, row by row. So the next is going to be displaying the data. This is OL with ID users. Dot append. You remember this method append? We have used it a lot of time in our previous videos. It is used actually to display also on the screen together with these concatenation symbols. Here we put user, this one, dot first name. Then we close the list item, and here we put a semicolon. So at this level, we are going to save and go back to the live server. We look for a file called ajax.html. So it is displaying the first names for users. So this is it. We can take it further by even accessing Ajax from an external API storage. We can use JSON from this link. We open the link. It is JSON placeholder.typecode.com. So this is the link. We maximize and check what the link has got for us. So under resources, we can locate posts. Here you have 100 posts, so we click on posts. So as we click on posts, you can see that this online repository, which we can call API, has got user ID, title, and body information. So this information is stored in a format of JSON, and we can refer to it in this new file we are going to create. Let's first create a new file. We first copy this, then we create a new file, we paste the previous code, we save, then we write the name as Ajax, JSON API.html. So the previous codes are having different things in common with the current one. Maybe here we can put a div instead of having it in the form of list. Here the ID we can call it results maybe in this example, and here should be div, which is closing. The next thing we are going to do is to delete these codes. Then we are going to write $.ajax. So this Ajax method is going to be the one that will help us to access the online link, this one. We can even copy the link and we're gonna paste it once we need it. Here we can start by defining the method as get. Here the method is get. The URL is this one that we have copied. The data type is JSON. Here we don't need the comma, so down here we can write done function. Inside the function we put data representing this data that we are fetching from an online source. Next is gonna be console.log data. So once we want to display the information in a console from our browser, we can display them like that. Then we use $map data function. The function we give it two items, post and ID. So post is going to be fetching a specific row or specific data. Then I will be used for iteration. So it will fetch from user 1, user 2, user 3 until user number last. So like this. Next is going to be displaying the results. So to display the results, we use jQuery. You remember the ID we provided for divs div. This div is the one that will contain the results from Ajax. I mean from JSON using Ajax. Hash result dot append, which is used to display. We display by formatting the result as heading 3 plus the concatenation symbols, of course. The result is going to be in this post. dot which column? The column we are going to display is title. You remember we have the user ID, title, and body. So what we are going to display is this information, which is going to be displayed as heading 3. So here we can close the heading 3. So let's refresh our server. Sorry, the server is here. We refresh it. So our file is already there inside the server. We click on it and we wait for it. So the results from the JSON file, which we referred to using API, is now there. So the results are now displayed. What if we want also to display the body here, the body under the title? We can also do it. After displaying the title here, we can add additional codes of paragraph, concatenation symbol. We close the paragraph. Here we copy $post.title. The name used for this body is a body like this, so we copy it and we replace it with title. Then we save. We refresh our. We don't need to refresh actually. It has come in automatically. So we now have the title, which is displayed as heading 3, and we also have the body, which is displayed as a paragraph below the heading. So this is how we use jQuery with Ajax, with JSON, with live server that we got from NPM, and so on and so forth. Thank you. Bye.